like to remind you that Onic is at match point. If they can't prolong the series to a best of 3, their 9-0 lose streak will come to an end to the hands of RRQ and Bangduk. And you can see here both of the assassins are going to start with the purple.
You have to wonder if Onic is feeling the pressure right here, trying to rewrite history. Sans is forced out, but like I mentioned, they want to go for, you know, just the regular team comp without really trying to counter Keyboy. But then they do go for a lot more purifies, treating him like a mini Atlas. Keyboy, though, will not be going for the Tenacity Emblem. He goes for the Concussive Blast to try and help with the wave clear. And with a Farsa, we have seen that this is a deadly combination. And that's not even counting the fact that Kyrie is in the jungle with an assassin himself.
It's actually pretty cute with the way that both of these teams are rotating. They're literally mirroring one another. Not only is Albert and Kyrie mirroring each other, Vin as well as Keyboy, they're doing the same thing as well. They're trying to give both of their goal laners a bit of a chance. And it's interesting, right? Because RRQ, even though Clay is on the Lilia, I don't see him being able to roam as much as I'd like. He's not been able to clear as fast as I would like as well. And I don't really feel the presence of that mid lane matchup for RRQ.
You wanna know why? Sans is utilizing the range really well. He's actually zoning Sans away from the minion wave, not letting him get free clear onto the wave. So he's winning the trades and forcing Clay back, playing the lane really smart.
But now Clay is adjusting. He's going for a very cheeky lane gank towards the EXP lane. And knowing a Fredkin and 11 matchup is going to be a bit of a fist fight where Clay will just out of nowhere pop in and try and change things around.
Interesting move again. It's going to be the roamers clearing out the mid lane. Meanwhile, Sans will be able to pick up that XP lane to get level 4. Everybody right now, level 4. Lemon going to be slain right now, but the shadow kill doesn't come out on time. Kyrie though, jumping back, not utilizing the shadow kill. First blood still up for grabs for both of the teams as Boots jumps in with the taunt now, connecting on the 2. The stun connecting on a Vin. Sans still holding on with the damage coming in. Is still going to do without blast, but Keyboy with a flicker changes it around. Keyboy will be slain as well though. That's a 1-for-1 as Kyrie jumps back and forth, still dishing out the damage now, picking up another. Ooh. Walking in with a taunt. Albert onto Sans, who's going to be stunned up. The damage comes through. Albert with Dark Rose, one more hit, but he gets taunted up and stunned up. Albert will fall to the hands of Sans, and Onic pick up a 3-for-1.
They pick up a 3-for-1, and now they're going to be able to get a neutral objective on the board as well. The turtle going to be uncontested for them as they have been able to win in this early game. Okay, Vin nearly took it, but Boots still able to help him out there.
That's the crowd control advantage coming in strong right there. Keyboy canceling out the Numinum Blast. Boots with the taunts and Sans with the stuns. It's just a bit too much for RRQ to try and match up early on in a 3v3. Maybe waiting for the team fight is what they want to do. The talent prediction though, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Same thing, 4 versus 2. 2 being me and Mirko. We're just alone right now.
It's okay, right? I mean, why did you go for Onic?
Why did you go for Onic?
Ooh, reverse card.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Okay, why did you go for RRQ? Oh, no, never mind. I'm asking Arashi why he goes for RRQ. That's like a wise water question. Anyways, Lemon, what happened? In an XP lane, going to be taken out now. Is that the counter revenge, the snipe, everything popped in. Vin will fall as well. Onic now with a 5-kill lead on the board. A 2,000 gold lead as well built up. Blazing the way going to be popped in, but Kyler's Revenge is going to be able to find its mark. CW not having the render stop, but Kyrie jumps into the back line with the shadow kill. Skylar able to escape, but Kyrie finds the shurikens. Clay now looking for a trade, but will be gunned down by CW. Poked away. He's looking for a snipe, but it's only on to the turret as Sans doesn't get the feathered airstrike down in time.
Now you can see the exact opposite situation here. Onic are the ones that can engage, that has a lot more crowd control, and RRQ are the ones always tentative when they're approaching a fight. Later on though, they have the advantage of having a lot more DPS with that Lolita, well not Lolita, the Lilia in the mid lane. But I think that they have what it takes to try and block, you know, they have counters technically, right, against the members of Onic. They have targeted crowd control and the Bulwark to try and block damage from CW. So I feel like RRQ has still a very good chance, but it's going to be a lot more difficult because they did relinquish that Kufra pick to Keyboy, and he's making absolutely great use of it.
Yeah, because of that, right? Because of that, the aggression on RRQ is very visible. You can see that almost every member is below 1 level. of Onic. And remember now, Albert, he's actually a level below. We'll see what he can do with it.
Lemon chains EC to put an airstrike. Comes down, Boots with a flicker. Appraiser scrap to the backside. Lemon gonna be forced to back away as he jumps in. Again, mounting Boots. But after him now, blast onto 2! That's the follow-up from the baby alien! And that's the target revenge connecting on the fence. Still able to survive as CW picks up a lot of kills. Now with the gun down and the flicker to pick up a double. Kyrie falls, but Onic rises to pick up the turtle. Skylar gets a trade up top, an objective traded in for the turtle, but Sans has placed in some damage onto the mid lane. Skylar is rotating back into the mid lane to try to savor it.
You know, Keyboy is so good at counter-engaging, right? Because if Keyboy wasn't there to cover up after the Numenon Blast that landed by Vin, I think things would have ended up a lot more different because the follow-up that naturally was there by RRQ. And in the end, once again, RRQ keep forgetting that CW is free to hit. And you can see here in the instant replay.
Initially, it's just a great engage, but Sans was able to survive first of all. And afterwards, Clay has a lot of damage on the Lilia, but not nearly enough. It is a hero that really does a lot better in the late game still. So now, in this mid game, it's actually a weird situation where, with Lilia, right, the level 1 to 2 is very, very strong, but afterwards, it's a bit of a dip until the late game where after the Enchanted Talisman that he has built up right now, he also requires a few wands to try and get the ball rolling. The Ice Queen's wand, the Glowing wand, and without that, he cannot hope to match the damage output coming in from Onic. Now at a 4K gold lead, you have to wonder if they've made too big of a blunder to recover from, because Onic have full control right now, and you can see them stalking their prey.
Yeah, to talk about the Lilia, right? I don't think her main focus is damage, right? Especially in the early game. Her main focus is her utility, her slows, but man, CW already dealing out so much damage, and that's why he has his power spike. The BOD already built in for him.
And look at Boots, again, just the oppressive force. Onic, the way they win games is through Boots winning in his matchup, and with the Fredrin, that's what they secured for him.
It's a very strong hero indeed, having a lot of sustain, a lot of tankiness, and weirdly enough, deceptively high damage. So Boots definitely will enjoy using that hero. But later on though, with more items being built by RRQ, I do feel like he's playing a bit too aggressively. He can enjoy it for now, but he needs to adjust later on, because otherwise he will get bursted down once the members of RRQ have enough damage. Skylar though will be able to clear out the top lane, so RRQ is slowing down the pace at a 5k gold deficit. It's definitely very difficult. You can see Kyrie trying to exploit the 1v1 solo potential on that Hayabusa.
Kyrie's so annoying, man. Look at that. Look at the way he rotates, right? He doesn't give RRQ breathing room at all. He puts pressure in the bottom lane when everyone's at the top, and because RRQ isn't as mobile as Onic right now, honestly, it's putting them in a top position, but Skylar! Oof.
Beautiful Purified to escape, but CW there not connecting onto his Renner shot. That could have been so bad for Skylar, losing the entire wave, but somehow he makes the aggressive play with the Blazing Duet to actually clear out the wave. Some might say it's greedy, but for Skylar, it's calculated.
Looking at the player's gold right here, Skylar is still below Kyrie and CW, not far behind though. He has his core items completed, as Boots once again tries to be such an oppressive force, and Onic is trying to rally behind him, getting control over the turtle pit, as Sans is just still abusing the mobility on the other side of the map.
Keyboy was charging. I thought he would have been able to pick off Clay there, but he doesn't commit onto it just yet. It looks like Onic Esports have been better at controlling the side lanes, but Numenon Blast?
Numenon Blast gonna be able to connect right there. CW can be taken down, and that's Albert who picks it up. Sans though finds the gold laner as well. Both gold laners from RRQ and Onic have been picked off. Boots with the Appraiser's Wrath. Clay dodging away from it with the black shoes as Keyboy jumps in with the Timer's Revenge, hitting him back so that Boots stays alive. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, there's a 1v1. The alien will fall. Kyrie will not be abducted today.
Wow, a 1v1 in the midst of all that, and all things considered, it's still a gold swing towards the side of RRQ, I believe. It was almost a 5k goldie earlier. Ooh. Now it's only 4 as Vin gets jumped on. And this is why it's so difficult, man. It's just a different situation as Clay just walks in, though. Black Shoes is being pumped already.
Gets taunted up. Keyboy actually was able to steal the purple buff away from Albert with a basic attack and a bouncing ball. Bit of a solid resource advantage right there, especially considering that Kyrie will be able to secure his own purple buff right here, right now.
Oh, it gets resetted though. Keyboy already charging in.
Ooh, Vin is blocking the shots with the Bulwark. That's very good placement, but look at the waves right here. Araki have an advantage. Onic are the ones pressured to make the play happen, but Clay needs to be very careful, man. Now, especially with the Black Shoes down, with the Purify down, he needs to stay in the back. His role is not to probe for information with spells because he has no range like that. And Kyrie, using that window of opportunity, has cleared the top side, rotating towards the Lord yet again. Only an Ice Queen's once built up for Clay. He is on very low items here. Not a lot of gold available to try and be the secondary carry. Whereas you can look for the side of Onic, both Sans and CW. They have a lot of damage and a lot of range being the key factor here. If they go into a siege situation, Onic by default has such a huge advantage.
Skylar needs that Wind of Nature as soon as possible to be able to dish out the damage and not get picked up. But look at this.
Lemon gonna be chain CC there. That's a snipe connecting onto Albert as Onic are able to secure the Lord. Lemon now with the split is able to disengage. Skylar gets that Wind of Nature. A bit of respect over towards Onic, who built up a 6.2k gold lead.
On Kyrie with the Malefic Roar here. Actually, more damage, more penetration as well as he goes in for the pickoffs. And that's kind of been the save and grace for Onic. They have so many options when it comes down to damage. They have damage coming from San, CW, Kyrie, and even Boots on the Fredrin.
They do have the Wind of Nature completed on Skylar though. That means that Kyrie is down one target. And considering Clay has the Black Shoes, Kyrie might be able to force it out before a fight even happens, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But for our Q, man, they just stuck waiting right here. I feel like they really should have done this all the way since the beginning instead of playing from so far behind. But look at the damage. Look at this
my God! Ooh, forcing the Black Shoes, CW and Sans. The dynamic duo. Now with the Heptases, it's gonna deal even more. CW is gonna have to, or Clay is gonna have to respect CW's damage there. On the Lilia, sure, you have sustainability with the Black Shoes, but I think at this point, CW might be able to one-shot him.
Wait, what's Vin doing in the top side there?
He's waiting just for a flank. If they overcommit on this Lord, he can pop a conceal and he can look for an amazing flank to get a 4-man, possibly 5-man. Just keep watching him as Onic look for the base turret. Lemon gonna be taken out there. But here it is. That's blinding too, and it's the core members. But no one's there to follow it up. CW's gonna be able to kite away. Sans flickers out. Keyboy now knocking Vin up. Not able to lock him down just yet, but Kyrie jumps in with the quad shadow. Back again. Now the shadow kill already to take Vin down. 12 minutes in the game. Wind of Nature popped in by Skylar. Onic will choose to disengage, looking for the base turret in the mid lane.
Guys, remember, look at this 9,000 gold lead. Sans trying to deal out as much as he can, but Albert tries and go for a kill, but Sans is still able to escape. Onic, it looks like they're gonna disengage now. I thought they were gonna go for it, and that could be a mistake.
You're playing it more calculated, but Albert gets jumped on now the snipe as well.
Albert gonna be taken low, but Keyboy will lose his immortality. This might be a mistake for the side of Onic, as CW is still begging on that Nibiru. Now he swaps. Boots gonna be able to bring Lemon back onto the fray. Kyrie on the back will slay them. Keyboy will fall, but so does Lemon. It's a 2 for 2, but Onic still have their damage dealers.
Whew. Clay just doing a lot of damage right there. That's why we're talking about respecting the potential of the DPS. But Onic though, despite losing Boots and Keyboy, they made sure that Kyrie and CW as well as Sans are all alive and well, and they've extended their gold lead up to 9.5k, with CW picking up a Haas Claws, looking to outlast the damage coming in from RRQ.
It's insane how both of these teams are playing, honestly, up to this point. Remember, though, they are going to start collapsing once again around the next Lord. But because RQ have lost 2 inhibitor turrets, they need to be careful when it comes down to the waves, because that is just an opportunity for Onic to capitalize over and maybe look in for a split push. And here we go. Let's see what both of these teams can do with it.
Albert gets chunked to half HP with the Quad Shadow Shuriken combo. Albert gonna be pinned down. Beautiful Thorn Rose though to get out of the Tyrant's Revenge. Well timed as Boots is able to walk them down. Defensive Execution is gonna be used up defensively as Lemon tries to jump into the back line, but Sans will still be able to pop in the wings by Wings. Kyrie now jumping in with the Quad Shadow as Keyboy finds one. Now with the Tyrant's Rage, not able to use the flank, but now Blast connection to the back line. That's a snipe connecting. Sans still able to front to back. Kyrie in the back, walking
comes down, taking a double. Clay all alone as he flashes the Onic PH emote. CW flickers forward to secure the killing spree, and Onic have equalized in game number 2.
Equalized with a 12,000 gold lead. Onic telling RRQ it's not going to be that easy if you want to break our win streak. 1-1 between the kings of MPL ID.
Man, what a game. Onic has completely turned it around. And in a way, some of these changes that allows Onic to get so much more success in game number 2, we've called it out. Having a reliable engage tool in the hands of Keyboy, that is not what you want, man. That man was a complete menace. And afterwards, RRQ in true RRQ style. Just keep going for the fights, keep going for the outplays. But against Onic, it's like quicksand. The longer you struggle, the harder you struggle, the deeper you go. 10k gold lead. Man, even in game number 1, RRQ were not able to get that far of a gold lead. And despite having the unique plays being made, despite Vin finding that amazing flank, everyone was just not on the same page, man. They're unable to get the play together as a team.
And like, to get to that point, we gotta talk about the drafts, right? Because the adaptations from Onic were very clear, and we see the impact in the game, like you mentioned, Arashi. I think the Fredrin pickup for Boots was one of the main factors, as well as the fact that they were able to pick up the Kufra for Keyboy.
Agreed, right? I mean, they understood the reasons RRQ were able to actually win game number 1, and Yeb and Adi with perfect adaptations towards game number 2. They still go for the same route with the Farsa, but they change a bit, banning out the Yves, picking up the Farsa, forcing Clay onto a hero he might not be too comfortable on.
They were just really overconfident in the power of the Lilia, man. Trying to rely on it as the sole damage-dealing factor in the early game. It did not work out. They lost 3 members. That was the beginning of everything. And honestly, I really felt like the Kufra pick is a lot more important because